Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing some Sultai Control. This is from the Arena Championship. For whatever reason, the sideboard was just running a ton of errors and would not import in. So we just have the main 60, but I play best of one anyway, so that's not really a big deal here. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and dive right into the games. This entire video is only 2 matches. That's all you're going to have, and yes, it is 30 minutes long. So with that said, you could tell we had some grindy games that we have to get into because they're very exciting, and the first one definitely comes down to the wire, and so doesn't the second one. They're about as close of games and as long of games as I've played in a very long time. So with that said, let's go ahead and dive in. Game 1, I mulled to 5, lost because I missed a land. Here's 4 lands, and my cheapest card's 4 mana. Sure, I hope I'm playing against mono red. That would suck. I would hate that for me. Let's surveil. Sure, why not? That's 1 cheaper than these. Yeah. Alright, Orzhov sack. Sure. Not a great matchup, but not like the worst, I guess. I actually don't know. It feels kind of bad, I think. Doesn't feel awful, but it doesn't feel great either. Especially if they get to play like a Sephiroth here. I don't have double blue open, so they definitely could just force me to have it, for sure. Yeah, there's no blue there. Yeah, look at you. Figured it out. How incredible you are. Yep, I'm really glad I had the mull to 5 because I didn't find a land last game. Nice. What a sick way to do it. Sacrificing the Forsaken Miner or what? Ew, alright. Yeah. Well, there's my blue source. And my 3 steps ahead, which is nice, obviously. What you got for me, bro? I mean, I have to exile the Sephiroth, right? Deadly cover up. It's such a hard matchup to get everything to kind of resolve through. Sell it. I don't think I can let resolve. Then they can just sacrifice everything in response. Sure, why not? Sack, they clearly have like raised past, I guess. Okay, we're just dead then. We'll just get to look. It just might not matter. Bargain. This one. Take 2. I'll just grab Sephiroth, I guess. We'll look at raise to past. I mean, I guess it doesn't do anything, right? Really? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't technically beat me, I guess. I say, I guess, lightly. Kind of beats me. Like, I don't know. Am I out's like second deadly cover up, maybe? Sure. Or another land. I did mill 4 over it, I think. Here, I guess. I have to bounce the creature with menace, which sucks. I like only out, I suppose. Doesn't technically get me anywhere, really. They can't really sacrifice anything. It has to be 4. Like, technically, they could sack, kill. Or, yeah, they could, I guess. Huh? Okay. Guess. Did you just hit a raised pass on the top? No. Okay. Yeah. That's a little tough. Holy, man. I cannot get away from hitting lands, bro. Trying my best. Where is it? Another one. Kind of like all it feels like I could do. How many lands is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whatever, bro. Okay. I mean, they've hit a ton too, and they play way less than me, and they even have one in the hand. Arena's really just like, who can top deck better? Good luck, soldiers. I will get to attack with this and gain life this turn, though, fortunately enough, I think. If they have another creature, they can do quite a bit of damage. A sack outlet, sure, okay. Bad earpiece. Now, that obviously makes me feel a lot better. I should have done the math to make sure I actually have one more. I'm pretty positive I did. 1, 2, so I won't have enough, right? Fortunately. I bet. Cottage does have to exile the one specific creature, this one, so they can bring it back over and over again with their sack outlets. They don't have a mana to bring it back now, so that's kind of why we have to get rid of it. Could technically block and then sack if they want to. See how this goes, I guess. Turn. Obviously, with a counter spell, I might be fine-ish. Fine-ish. Wow, they're also just hitting every land in the book, I guess. Block. Just now. Kind of all I got. All I has. Sure. Okay. I just have to keep doing that? I feel like the answer is hold up my counter spell now. Or maybe... I don't know. No? Alright. that one. Don't know if this was the right call. Should have done it the opposite way, I guess. I don't know if they have removal, but I'm trying. Trying my best. They have the raise to pass, I just lose. Doesn't really matter. It's kind of in a losing spot anyway. Regardless. Show me them both. Land again. They also left on top, by the way. So, here. All out attack. Get rid of the Blood Witch. On 10. Play land, say go. I have lethal in the air. Again, raise to pass could happen. Sure. Wow. Did we get there? Unreal. Unreal game. That's just unreal game. Sure, I guess. A bit of a weird one. A bit of a weird one indeed. Okay, well, that helps. Now I don't really have to worry too much about what I do. Sure. I mean, obviously we know what they're taking. Slide that under there for now. Okay. Well, maybe I don't know what they're taking. Maybe I lied. We obviously got to watch out for Kaito, so obviously we're going to just slam the bird. The bat bird. Slam bat bird. If they have counterspell here, then great, I guess. I ain't playing around that, that's for sure. Okay, interesting. Well, now I just play this and I hold up this. You can flash in the 2/1 if they'd like. Maybe they're afraid of this? Sure. Huh? Done. Now this fuels my entire deadly cover up, which is great. Good solid removal. Do I just take the other good solid removal? I'll say I think I take consult because deadly cover up is going to be my removal. Okay. Well, I just go land. I pass. Now I have everything. Auto pay. Here. Nice, good 1 mana removal spell. 2 mana if I need it to be. But that's now gone. Everything's looking good. You're gonna force me to use this 3 steps ahead. They're not. Okay. I can now like kind of conceal a bit more information by not playing this, but I think diversifying my mana is the most relevant. Honestly, deck thinning might actually matter more at this point. Now I can counter and draw, which I'll gladly do. I will grab... Honestly, I guess grab the island here. Well, 100% counter draw. Obviously, Kaido's like very annoying, but Surveil Land I'm not entirely sold I need right now, especially with Consult the Stars charts available. But again, Kaido's annoying, but we'll just have to end up dealing with him whenever we have to deal with him, right? And honestly, I'm okay if they play it, do whatever. I'm just going to play this and put it back in their hand. No damage dealt.
Now I know your weakness.
Land would be great to find, I about said out loud. If I take their entire turn to make them replay this, then it takes their entire turn to replay that. I would have loved to have been able to play this just so if they play Kaido and they stun this, I could just attack with the cottage. But there comes a Preacher, so no Kaido available now. Could have a tap effect for this. Let's play this cottage down. I'm probably not blocking regardless, and if they want to cheat in a Kaito, then so be it. But if I attack here and this does hit, good sheriff, sure. Sure. Is that worth? I think so. I think one of the ways I lose this matchup is to Enduring Curiosity. So I'm just going to get rid of all of them. Yep, just like that. Kaido's, Preachers, Deep Cavern Bats. They do play counter spells. They play the Tragic Slip or whatever. Cool. That's all I need to know. Take care of them all. And then now, like, Kaido obviously very good, but Kaido still has to beat me. And if they just jam it here, I obviously have the land attack, which I think they keened in on, I think. Bit. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Here. Get out of my way. And then just hold. If they want to flash in a Tidebinder, let them. Want to attack this land? Let them. I just do that. Here. Counter this if they want with the Tidebinder. But then that puts Tidebinder down, so I don't really care. Sure. Good. I have 2 mana. We have 3. I guess you could do that. Yeah, I forgot that's how that would work, but putting a land back in our hand seems weird. I think I already played one too, no? Maybe I'm wrong. I guess we'll see. Should I just barrel this? I should probably hold it to like Offspring, right? Or I need to find it for removal here so my land can get here, I guess. Yeah, that seems reasonable to me. Just look. Deadly Corrupt seems like the right choice, but it's not. Gotta be this. Want to just behold. Be mana efficient about everything. Here. We don't want to exile something we want to like surgical everything out of, right? So I guess just take a Shoot the Sheriff maybe. Could argue that we want to surgical those out, but maybe not. Unsure. Apparently this is the game. I'm gonna play Swamp, so they know a little less information. This breeding pool could be anything. Could be a counterspell that they want to play around. This land attacking's fine. It actually just puts it on the board, kind of in a vulnerable spot to us. Unless, of course, it's another Kaito, but they do need another land, or they might activate here. Technically, we can keep pace with it because we have so much mana. And again, at any point in Enduring Curiosity is not going to come down, so I feel pretty okay. As you can see, Enduring Curiosity is gone. So we gain some life. 3, 6, 4 even. We'll play this tap. Let's pass. See what's up. I can barrel this, digging for the counterspell. Sucks that... Oh, no, this is 2. Why did I think this was 1? I for some reason thought this was 1. I was like, man, Stock Up's such a better card. But this is instant speed in our deck, and that's pretty free. Just barrel this. We have enough to pay for the counterspell. Nowhere to run, and I guess grab 3 steps ahead, even though Consult the Stars might be a better value card, but we have the Regent to do that. Not at blocks yet, so they can't ninjutsu in here. That one's mine. And now, with nowhere to run, fortunately enough, now Kaidos don't have hexproof. You're curious. Another land. We have to discard with the River Regent, so I'm actually going to hold this land. And I'm just going to pass. I think we're getting to the point that no matter what they do, we're just going to outvalue them. And I think maybe there's a removal spell in hand, so I don't really want to bring this up when a Shoot the Sheriff could just be on the prowl. If they bring that up, I will trade the lands. Because again, it's all about taking away their win conditions and just making them have as little fun as possible. Once again, no Enduring Curiosity. Me very happy. Play this like kind of drug out game. Sure. I only have 2 mana here. Sure. That'll cover up unfortunate. Oh, 3 great hits. 27 cards. I would like to see you flash that in. I'll tap my land to do this, won't it? We'll just do a draw. We got River Regents to win this game. The other 3 steps ahead draw is actually incredible. Oh, fantastic. Yep. Sure. Sure. Go ahead. How many River Regents do I have? I have 1 in there. 1 in there. Sure. Yep. Now I'm willing to do this. They know about this too. It's my favorite part. Okay, so you have a Tidebinder. Back. This was like a 2 of at most. I don't think that's worth fighting for. Genuinely, I just don't. Kind of the same scenario with my Regent, but let's go ahead and just have this inner tapped. Or tapped, I mean. Not untapped. Sure. It's every creature type, so my Shoot the Sheriff does nothing. Yeah. Other land. At some point, yeah, they'll also flood, by the way. You kind of look. They have kind of very few lands, but also we've kind of tortured their land, our mana base. We'll crack his food. Yeah, I lost the value on my food earlier. for it. Like my turn, I could have sacrificed it instead, but maybe I'm tripping. Do I even have a basic left? A forest? Okay. Very few amount of cards. I have just a forest. We can actually look here. I haven't seen a single copy of these, but now I don't even want to. We're very low on win conditions, you say. Okay. End the turn. I don't know how we're going to win, to be honest. Here. Here. I finally get time to wheel this. Obviously, cleric. Okay, we're fine. I don't have a hard counter spell, so have to be careful. Discard a card. It can be the land, of course. We'll now take our turn since we ripped the deadly cover up, and fantastic draw. Love that it shuffles back in, of course. Boom. Be this. Could have exiled a ton of stuff out of our graveyard just in case they randomly play a mill card. Just in terms of practice, I guess. Now I can take the card that I worry the most about, being this one. Oh, alright. We also know their hand sucks now. Okay, sweet. Done. And now we just have to wait a turn, knowing that it's their entire hand. Play this. Do basically nothing, and just let 3 damage over the course of the game hit my opponent to death. Or they double use these, right? So 3 damage over the course of the game. Try to counter if you'd like. Submit. Nothing. Game has gone on very long. 2 longest games of Magic the Gathering I've played in a very long time. That's what we signed up for. We've even got to the point that we have 4 timeouts. Good Sheriff does not work on this, by the way. So it's kind of just a thing that's going to happen to us. We're also now down to 25 cards. We're at 17. Deep Cavern Bats, okay. But obviously Shoot Sheriff can answer that. I guess that's fine. I could just like copy it, but counter unless they pay 4. I could get value off this now, right? And just force them to use the other one, which pretty much means that this will just happen. At least it feels like it should just happen. Yeah, it's fine. It just feels so whack. I'll play it though. Have that back. And I'll take this back. In turn. We do not have another basic, so we will not be playing this. Sure. As much as it sucks, we'll be firing off a Shoot the Sheriff at this. Will they protect it? The world may never know. They don't know what my hand is. Counter unless I pay 2. I will pay 2. Obviously, if this is a Shoot the Sheriff to answer this, it's a Shoot the Sheriff to answer that. Definitely possible. Alright, cool. You get to look. I have the removal spell on the 3 steps ahead. Your call. And a land that does nothing. Pretty good card. Again, keep for the 3 steps ahead. Attack for 6. We also have this to just pop like a ton of things, so that's pretty dope for us. I also, depending here what my opponent does, I can just make a copy of my River Regent. Yeah, let's let him make the decision. They hit a land. The game's running so slow because of how long we've been in it, which is funny. Okay, we should be fine here. I should have everything covered. Sure. Do this. No artifact. Creature. Nothing. Nothing. I will do Deadly Cover Up. Get rid of that. They are now empty-handed, of course. So we will just do this. Create a token. I'll just let them know the game is over. Then I will buy... Oh, wait. I messed up. Oops. Man, I meant to just let them know the game was over, but I'm such an idiot. Okay. Thankfully they were cool about it, and they just conceded. I was just trying to show them, hey, like, I had the stuff, because typically I just went immediately into paper brain. It's like, hey man, you have nothing on your end step, I'm going to do this. And it's like, yeah man, that makes sense, you win it, you got it. And instead I just did the absolute dumbest thing. I didn't even draw, I didn't do anything, bro. Holy cow, it's like, technically, even efficiently, I could just play the know where to run, pop one, play this, bounce the other, and the know where to run, and then I would have the removal spell again. Like, there's so many ways around it. So thankfully, the homie is a G, you know? That's dope. All right, I'm done playing Magic for today. That's 2 games. That's all I got. All right, so other than that final little slip up where I was kind of just, I went paper brain. I was like, oh, thankfully, the game is finally over. And I just fired it off early. I was just showing them I had it, kind of thing, like you would in paper, and just undisciplined. And honestly, it's kind of because it's 2 in the morning. But with all that said and done, this deck is sweet. You just have to be prepared to do that, where you're going to play very long games. And you do kind of suffer if you do have to play against like blue-white and stuff, where Deadly Cover Up maybe not as good, and you have limited win conditions. Maybe in best of one, we have to include better win conditions or something else that's fine. For example, maybe go down on one of these and honestly go to also because decks like rabbits and stuff exist, or we can play maybe one of these so we can get kind of board wipes in that mix of cards that kind of shuffle back and forth, or even get to the point like maybe playing one of these is worth it. When it enters, you know, they lose 2, we gain 2. Whenever Dragon Control enters, we get to pick us back up, which oftentimes won't be that great, but for example, we can do it with like here or here and things like that, and maybe this will have enough value to be played. But overall, this deck is pretty sweet. I hope if any of you play it, you have as much fun as I did playing 20-minute games, which is honestly more times than not awful. But yeah, even the rares and mythics honestly ain't that bad. The mana base obviously sucks to have to craft. If you don't have it, all these are rares or whatever, and there's no mythic lands really that often. But yeah, 2 mythics here, which you don't even really have to play these. These cards are just good at like diversifying. For example, a card this is really good against is like Caretaker's Talent and whatnot. But other than that, a lot of rares that you probably will already own if you've ever played a blue-black deck ever in terms of control, or blue-white. You'll own these, you'll own these, you'll most likely own these because it's a really good card. And you have these. You could argue that maybe if you don't have these, play Stock Up. Save yourself 2 rares. You can just play that. Obviously, this instant speed is good. Stock Up for 3, grabbing 2 of any of these cards is also very good. So, do that with what you will. So, with all that said and done, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.